wanted to sit down with you and talk to you about a very serious situation called bloat or GI stasis. I wanted to give you the symptoms and what it is, just in case you have a rabbit that doesn't feel well, and this could save your bunny's life. So GI stasis and bloat are very different, but very similar too. Let's talk about GI stasis. Let's talk about the symptoms and the causes of why it happens. Let's start out with the causes. The causes of GI stasis is a lack of fiber in their diet. That's the hay. So you want to make sure you always give them hay. Not enough water in their diet also can cause an issue with GI stasis. It's also a bacterial imbalance in the secrum, and I'll explain to you that later on in this video. And it also can be stress or pain when they have their teeth issue or underlying disorder of any type of illness. Let's talk about the symptoms in GI stasis. When watching a rabbit for GI stasis, this is the number one symptom that you want to watch for. You got right here, you have a regular piece of poop, and then you have here on the next one, it is a little bit smaller than this one here, and it's kind of dried out colored. And then this one here is just a little bit smaller than this one. And then this one here is really small than all of these. And then all of a sudden you'll have nothing going on because it stops. And GI stasis is what it does is the poop shrinks and then it stops. Another symptom that you will start seeing is your rabbit will stop eating their pellets and their hay, and they'll also stop drinking water or any type of fluids. Another symptom that you could see with your rabbit is you notice that it's hiding a lot, or it's laying in a meatloaf position, or it's in the corner of the cage grinding its teeth. It could have a hard stomach, and so it's trying to press that stomach on the floor to see if it would feel good. You will also see that it just doesn't want to do anything really. It just wants to sit around and do nothing because it hurts to move. And if you go touch their stomach, it's very hard. Let's talk about the treatment to GI stasis. Number one, you want to contact your veterinarian as soon as possible to set up an appointment and to see if they have any recommendations for you. After you get off the phone with your veterinarian and you're waiting for your appointment, here are some things that may be very helpful for you. The first thing you want to do is you want to get your rabbit on some kind of heat. And what I did is I went to my local Goodwill store and I went and just got a couple booties that have rice in them. And then I also bought this kind of booty, and this booty just has the rice on the top and not the bottom. So then what I do is I just stick the rabbit right on the top of here, and then I also place this one like that and I put them right on the top, and then I can use this just for snuggling for the rabbit and different things like that. That way I'm reusing products that nobody wanted and recycling them. And I think that's an awesome way of doing things, and the rabbits seem to like it. I even use these to put my baby bunnies in when they are too cold too. I'll stick them in here and it works perfect. I absolutely love it. This is the type of syringe that we use. We use this when we give our rabbits any type of water or restore or any kind of shots or anything like that. You can also use the bulb one too, but we don't like that here at Lops of Love. We like this one better because it's just easier to put stuff in, and then you can go ahead and see how much you're really giving your rabbit, and then it's just easier. See, it moves a lot more easier. So these are the ones that we use in our Rabbitry. This is the appetite restore that I was telling you about that you should have on hand at all times when you have a rabbit. There's different companies that have it, but we like the Sherwood kind. What it does is it is a appetite restore, and it's banana flavor, and rabbits love bananas, so sometimes it's just easier for them to eat that because that's what they like. But it restores the appetite, restores energy, and it's way easy to feed because of that. You can also give this to different things. You can give it to chinchillas and guinea pigs and rabbits, so that's kind of cool too. So if you have a guinea pig or a chinchilla, you can also use this. And all you do is you mix it with water and then you give it to your rabbit. Now sometimes I give a little bit more water than this because it's just easier to get into the syringe and the rabbits seem to like it a little bit more. Make sure you look at the directions, and the directions will tell you exactly how to give it to your rabbit. I just give a little bit less this and a little bit more water, and they seem to like it a lot. I also give my rabbits Sherwood digestive support tablets. What this helps is it just helps with the digestive tract, and it also helps with the GI tract. And it also gives them energy and appetite to eat a whole lot. And there are times where if I do see that they have what I call them string poop on their cages with hair, or when they are molting, I will give them one of these a little bit more than usual because I want to get that hair out. Because if that's how you get some different things in bloat also. So you want to make sure that you are on top of the digestive tract and the GI tract. So this is a great thing to give your rabbit. What is bloat? What is the symptoms? What is the causes? Bloat is a blockage in the intestines that keep all of the poo balls from coming out, and it gets stuck in the stomach. And then what it does is their stomach gets fluid in there and it doesn't have no way to get out. Before I begin, I want to let you know that bloat and GI stasis are not related at all. They may have some of the same symptoms, but they're not related at all. Bloat is a blockage in the intestines. So what happens is when your rabbit is molting or when things are going on with hair, it gets stuck in the intestines. Here is a wonderful drawing of a rabbit's digestive tract. I know it's not the best, but it will help you understand. Now what it is this is the throat of a rabbit, then you have the stomach, then you have some intestines, then you have a secrum, and you have some more intestines, and then the anus is over here. So what bloat is your rabbit will start to eat, and it eats or drinks, and it goes in here, and all of a sudden they have a hairball that gets stuffed right here, right before the intestines, and what it does is it stays there, and it's too big to get anywhere here to get it passed out. So what it does is it just sits there. So then all of the different stuff and all the water and everything is stuck right here, and it can't go anywhere. Rabbits cannot throw up, and they cannot fart, or they can't do anything like that. So then what it just sits there. So in order for your rabbit to feel any better or to get anything to make it better is you have to bring it into the veterinarian, and you might have to have surgery, or they might give you some different medications, or they know exactly what needs to be done, and then they get this blockage out of there because the rabbits can't do anything. So that's the difference that's what bloat is anyway, is it gets stuck in here. Now with GI stasis is what it is here's the throat again, and here's the stomach and the intestines, and here's the secrum. Well, the secrum has a very bad bacterial imbalance in it, and what it does is it then throws off the whole entire GI tract, and that's the reason why they call it GI stasis. And what a really crazy thing is this is a vat, and it is larger than the stomach. And I will do another video about the rabbit's digestive tract because I think it's amazing. But that's the difference between bloat and GI stasis is, like I said, bloat has a thing right here that's stuck and can't get out, and usually it's a hairball. And GI stasis is actually just an imbalance of the bacteria. Bloat and GI stasis are very serious issues. And here are some helpful tips that will help you keep your rabbit away from GI stasis and away from bloat. Number 1, watch how many treats you're giving your rabbit and what type of treats you're actually giving your rabbit. Because of the fact that when you give them different treats all the time and you're doing that, you're throwing off the imbalance of their secrum. So therefore, that can start into GI stasis. Number 2, make sure that their hay is good hay and it's not bad hay, as in moldy hay or just cheap hay. You have to kind of figure out, that's the reason why we're on our little journey on finding the hay for our rabbits, because GI stasis is something serious. Both of the GI stasis and bloat can kill your rabbit. So you want to make sure that you stop the different treats. You get good hay, and then number 3, you get good food. Some people just say, oh, we'll just go to Walmart and we'll get some food at Walmart. Not all food at Walmart are good for rabbits. So you need to make sure that you're totally finding out what kind of feed you're giving your rabbit. Just because it's a house rabbit and it's going to be the only rabbit, or if you have 2 rabbits, you really should go and find out what pellet is the best for my rabbit. Start asking people, ask your veterinary, ask the people that have rabbitries that know what they're doing. You know, start doing your investigation and find out what pellet is good for your rabbit, because the pellets could have molasses in it or sugar in it or some kind of filler in it that isn't very good for your rabbits. And so you need to make sure that you're always investigating to find out what's good, because your rabbit are your pets and the rabbits are a piece of you. So you want to make sure that you are treating them as kind as you do a cat or a dog too. So always look for their feed. And make sure that you're giving them enough water. Make sure that you're giving them fresh water. Don't give them water every week and say, here you go. No, give them fresh every day or every other day, because you never know what can be held in water. You can get water spores and just like stuff like that can cause problems with both of that. So if you just kind of watch, but the number 1 thing that you need to do too, make sure your rabbit gets enough fiber. Hay. And make sure you look too, and this is my opinion, is make sure that you don't give your rabbits a lot of alfalfa. Alfalfa can cause problems. I've seen it myself, so I'm always I'm always trying to find one with less alfalfa. If my feed has a little alfalfa in it, which it does, because most feeds do, then don't go and buy a big alfalfa bale of hay and give it to your rabbits or anything like that. Do Timothy or, orchard or mountain grass or something like that that can help you figure out different things. But kind of stay away from the alfalfa hay. Make sure you also, you're going to give your rabbit greens, give it in a little amount and not push the greens. I don't push the greens because I do know from experience that giving rabbits a lot of greens or even giving them some can't even handle the greens. I hoped this helped you as much as it helped me just going out and doing the research. But have a good day, and I'll see you guys later. See ya.